Welcome in, race fans. This is Inters Racing League. This is Tier 3, Round 13. We are here tonight in Singapore, the Marina Bay Circuit, to see this unfold right before our eyes. We have pretty much a full grid. We are missing one driver. We'll just quickly go through reserves tonight. So in the AlphaTauri, missing tonight is Jenneth Lee, but we have JJ in the AlphaTauri. Team Williams, we actually have Powers, who is out tonight, unfortunately. Ratbag will be joining him. McLaren, Trenner is out, unfortunately. Bang is in for him, and Alfa Romeo, Ethimon is out. And joining me tonight, Battlecat. Welcome in tonight, mate. Great to have you in Sky Race Control, and looking for a pretty clean, exciting race here tonight under lights.
Yeah, thanks, Broseph. Good to be here. I was going to say with Singapore, I don't know if you're going to have it clean, but these guys did show last week at Monaco. They kept it pretty clean, only a couple of DNFs. So let's see if they can do it again and show the other tiers how to race in these street circuits.
That's a very good point you make. Actually, Monaco last weekend, it's the start of Hell Month actually at Inters Racing League, and obviously being backed up with this one, Singapore, another street circuit. But yeah, Monaco, very clean from the Tier 3 guys last weekend. And you got to say the standout from that race was the Alfa Romeo driver, Quick Killer, who absolutely blitzed it in his second what's the word I'm looking for, in his second run there on the soft tyres. Just absolutely killed the field and ran away with the race win there. And yeah, it was just a great performance from him.
Yeah, I'm not getting any audio through the feed, so let's see if it's coming through.
Okay. Let's just jump on.
Yeah, let me just...
We got no audio on Twitch?
Yeah, I don't think so. I can hear you, but I don't hear the car audio, so let me just see if I can... Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can just go into settings just for a second.
Jump into settings. Yep, I'll just waffle on for a bit. All right.
Just okay, I think they've come back.
With. Okay, all right.
Yep. Sitting on with Deadly at the moment, so let's see who's setting a lap. I'll bring up the telemetry. So it looks like Deadly's...
Deadly, yeah. Let's just stay on with Deadly. Looks like he is on a hot lap. So Deadly Fuller in the Haas, just coming up to turn 7 there, I believe. Looks pretty clean so far. Deadly Fuller is actually sitting third overall in the Tier 3 standings with 138 points. He's about 20 points off Quick Killer in P2 at the moment, so he's had a pretty good season, pretty consistent. Just see him coming around, I think it's turns 10 and 11 just through here, under the bridge, or not really the bridge, but under the scaffolding there. It's turn 13, the big hairpin there. Battlecat pretty clean coming up to turn 14, and of course this is the new layout. We haven't raced here before with the new sector here, so just talk us through this one if you don't mind.
Yeah, so on the old game you'd be chucking a right about now, and instead you keep going straight, bypass the grandstand section and the tunnel. So it just, I think it's a great improvement. In real life, I think there's a DRS point, but they haven't put it on the game, so hopefully they'll put an update and do that. So Deadly is about to cross the line at a 1:31.1.
Yeah,
first man to settle that.
Yeah, I think he'd be happy with that one. Cuds puts in a 1:32.7, but Mamba puts in a 1:31.2 and just gets beaten there with a 1:31.17. So there's absolutely nothing between Swiss Lord and Deadly Fuller. The Mercedes and the Haas there just separated by 0.06 of a second. Tetris is in fantastic form at the moment in the Williams with a 1:31.1. So putting his car right up the top there, and pretty good times there to be setting this in the first go here with these cars. Dan the Racer, I've got to say, is pretty impressive as well with a 1:31.9. He was racing in Tier 2 and Tier 3 last week at Monaco and had a pretty good race overall.
Yeah, it's really close there at the front. I know it's just the first laps and track's going to rubber in, but it's very close. So any one of those guys at the front there can have it. I think my money's on Tetris. I don't want to jinx, but I think Tetris really likes this track. So if you can keep it clean and he doesn't have any incidents, we might see him on the podium tonight.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Over in the affiliate league, Oz F1, Tetris has been on the podium back-to-back weekends with two P2 performances. So he really is in great form. Swiss Lord just goes fastest. Oh no, he did
Yep.
that before. It was actually Bang who puts in a 1:31.2 in the McLaren. So Bang is reserving tonight. Missing, of course, is Trenner. Trenner's actually in sixth position overall with 92 points, so he'll be sadly missed. But Bang, no doubt, has he's got the talent to finish on the podium if he can put it together. But like you said, Tetris probably he's probably the favourite to win this one. Knowing that Powers is out. Powers is his teammate, of course, at Williams, and I believe had a race ban. Is that correct, Battlecat?
That's right. He's picked up a few LPs, so he's got a race ban. And hot off the press is I think he's got some work now on Friday night. So I don't know what his availability is going to be like for the remainder of the season. So he's leading the championship with 5 wins and 222 points, but we don't know if he's going to be able to extend that lead. So there's not too many rounds left. Might get beaten if he can't turn up.
Well, I tell you what, if Quick Killer's listening to that, that'll be mouth-watering stuff for him because he's chasing down Powers like nothing else. So if Powers does miss a few more races due to work, then Quick Killer's right in contention for that championship. As we see J-Man in the Alpha Tauri reserving tonight put in a 1:30.6 to go fastest overall.
Very nice.
The Alpha Tauri's, sitting overall on the bottom of the table with 393 points, so they need all the points they can get. They'll be very happy to see J-Man at the top there.
Yeah, and just looking at the drivers, Quickiller's still in the pits, so I think he's pretty confident, especially with the performance last week. You'd imagine he'd probably come out and set a blistering lap. He's another one to watch. I think will be on the podium tonight as well if he enjoys these street circuits.
Yep, no doubt about that. If you don't mind, just get on board with Mertz in the Ferrari. I'm actually the team principal for Ferrari, and Mertz looks like he might be on a hot lap at the moment. So young Mertz, as we all know, was battling Mercy for the championship just a couple of seasons ago. It may have even been last season, if you can refresh my memory there.
So, yes.
Yeah, I think it was last season. So Mertz has definitely got the championship medal in him to be up there fighting for it. So he hasn't had the real consistent season. He was signed early on with Haas, and just inconsistent results saw him exit that team, and I picked him up after David Scott had some issues with his wheel and couldn't really continue racing as he'd like to. So just Mertz come around, turn 19 now in the Ferrari. Let's see if he can put in a decent time. It's a 1:30.8. I think you'll be happy with that, Kat. What do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. So he's moved up there to the pointy end of the grid, so that's it's a great result from him. I know he struggled a little bit for this track, but I think some of the challenges he's moved to a wheel, right? So he's still getting used to that wheel, and that will take some time, but once he does, I think he'll be competitive again.
Yeah, that's right. He's just he's saved up his cash, Mertz. He's just a young man. He's still in school. He's working pretty hard. He's got a job at the local juice shop, and he's saved up to get an SF 1000, and he's absolutely loving it. Soft kissing it to sleep at night. So beautiful stuff from the young man to see him up there in P3 at the moment. And I'm actually engineering in Ferrari tonight, so I'm just going to run down to the garage real quickly and just speak to my drivers, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Not a problem. Thanks, Broseph. All right, currently sitting on with Tetris at the moment. I think he's on his second push lap. Let's see what he can do. He's just about to go through the last corner now. Can he improve? He's got a 1:31. He's gone into P2, 1:30.6, so he's improved by half a second. That's a great lap there. And in the meantime, Almighty Gob in the Red Bull has done a 1:30.4. Great job there, Gobby. I didn't see that one, Gob. You might need to share that with us later on. Sorry about that. But I definitely don't want to sit on with you and jinx you. Otherwise, Scotty will do something to me I won't really like. So let's see who else is on a fast lap. We've got Bang on an out lap. Where's he going? He's going through these. Let's just sit on with someone for a hot lap. Who can we sit on with? Cuds. All right, Quick Killer's just about to set a lap. Let's sit on with Quick Killer. So going through the first corner, going to the left-hand side, really ride the curb on the right-hand side, cut into the left. Fine short shift into third really helps get the traction down. Got to be really careful here not to go too far to the left, otherwise you will invalidate. Cut the corner a little bit, go straight, turn the DRS on, and this is the fastest section of the track. A little bit of a right-hand side, under the Pirelli sign. Slam on the brakes, down into third gear, left-hand side, try not to invalidate. Go all the way to the left-hand side. Right-hander. Down into fourth. Oh, I think he just had a little bit of a snap there. Almost hit the wall. Oh, and I think he might as well throw this one away a little bit. He hasn't invalidated, so he might keep pushing. Let's see what his sector 2 time is. Oh, and I think it's probably not his best lap, Quick Killer. Second DRS zone here. Another section here on the right-hand side. Try not to invalidate. The white line creeps up on you. As we said before, this is the new section, so straight down. Hit the brakes around the DHL sign. Right-hander, left-hander. You can take a little bit of the wall, but you've got to watch the wall. It narrows in a little bit. Left-hander, try not to invalidate. Put the foot down, open the DRS. And it's a 130.9. I think there's definitely half a second in that for Quick Killer. He didn't have probably the cleanest lap that he'd like. So he's got another 6 minutes to come in, put a new set of tyres on, and set another lap. All right, who have we got on now? We've got Salmons, or T. Salmons. I just call him Salmons. He's currently in P17, has not set a lap. Let's see what he can do. Got a little bit of traffic in front of him, but I don't think that will make a difference. Let's see what the Red Bull can do. Red Bull 1-2 would be nice. And he sets a 1. Oh, that's a blistering lap, 30.3. I think we might call it there, Scotty. It's Red Bull 1-2. That looks awesome. Good job, boys. Bridgie is pushing, but I think he's just finished setting a lap, so he's probably coming in to the pits. Quick Killer's probably going to be coming in. Bang is, I think he's on a hot lap, so we might sit on with Bang, see what he can do. See if he improves. Coming up to this section here, this is the worst section of the track. I hate it. Opens up the DRS. And he's down half a second, so he's not improving. So let's see who's on a lap. Ratbag. Ratbag's just about to finish. And I don't think he improves, so might have had a bit of a mistake. I think maybe he's run out of fuel, so 4 minutes to go. Not sure if he's going to have enough time to come in and set a new set of tyres. So Mertz looks like the first person out on a new lap. Yep. So it looks like it's Mertz followed by Deadly. So might settle with Mertz. This will be probably his last flyer. DRS is pretty aggressive here, so you won't be able to do 2 flyers in a row. I don't think he'll have enough time to recharge his battery. So just doing his out lap, getting his tyres nice and warm. It's not too hard here in Singapore to warm up those tyres. It's a relatively hot track even at night. Doing a little bit of practice earlier in the week, and tyres were really heating up, so it's something that these drivers need to keep an eye on. So Mertz is just kicking off his final lap. Down to 5th. Open up the DRS. Looks nice and clean so far. Really want to get this corner. Oh, I thought he may have invalidated. I think he's done a great job there. I was just saying you might want to just got to get that corner really well to open up DRS and have the fastest speed you can. Welcome back, Broseph.
Thanks, Battlecat. Where are we up
to,
mate?
Sitting on with Mertz at the moment, so I think he's on his final flyer.
Yeah, I was just talking with Mertz. He's feeling pretty confident with that setup tonight. We did a fair bit of training yesterday, and he actually got on a couple of hours before the race tonight just to make sure he was as comfortable as he could be in that magnificent red prancing horse. As we see, I think he may have just collected a little bit of a piece of the Rolex sign there on the right-hand side with his maybe his back right wheel there. So we'll see if that affects him as he comes through the... comes into the third sector, and he's put
up by
purple
half a second.
Yep.
Up by half a second, so yeah.
Looking pretty good here. Let's see if he can actually put this all together as he comes through the new section. Coming up to the last couple here.
It'll get him up the pointy end. Let's see if he can improve and get it to P1.
It'll be nice. It'll be a nice return for Mertz. Just his second race back since rejoining the team as a full-time driver, and he goes P2, so he's split the Red Bulls.
7,000ths of a second.
Great job there. Battlecat. Yeah, you'd be pretty happy with the two Red Bulls up in P1 and P3. Gobby's in fine form, as he has been with Tetris the last couple of weeks. Those two have been going head-to-head. Great to see those two back up there again.
Yeah, I called it. Salmons was coming through, and I was saying, it'd be great if they do a 1-2, and that's what they did. So let's see if they can get the Ferrari out of the way and join back together again. But 1-3 is pretty good anyway.
Oh, yeah,
still a couple of minutes. Yeah, still a couple of minutes left. Oh, it's actually 40 seconds left to go. These drivers are finishing their laps or starting their new laps. Who are we going to sit on with? I think another... Where's the McLaren?
Oh, J-Man's just put in a 1:30.3 to go fastest overall. It's, nice. 6 hundredths quicker than T. Simmons, so there's absolutely nothing in that, but outstanding performance from the AlphaTauri reserve there, and Quickler has retired in pits, so not enough time for him to come out, maybe, but he's happy enough in the top 10 there, so he might have a bit of confidence to see if he can make his way through the field in that amount of time.
Yeah, just sitting on with Gob. Gob's not improving. He's pretty much even on his time. Looks like Salmons as well, so they're not really improving. Who else can we sit on with? Swiss Lord doesn't look like it's improving either. I don't know if this... When I jump on the drivers, I don't know if the split is 100% correct.
Okay.
There's another Ferrari crossing the line. I think it's Parzival. No, he's just starting. Sorry.
Tetris is also... He's also, just started. I think he's in front of that Ferrari that might be on Parzival behind him there. So we've got a McLaren coming around.
Yep, I think Bang just crossed the line. We got Wayne next. Wayne moves into P12. I think Gob's the next one.
Yep, that's right.
He moves into does not improve.
He's going to stay where he is.
Salmons is in the pit, so he's not improving either.
So we've got an Aston
looks like Aston.
Quiet Cake, is it?
No.
No.
Argo, I think.
That's Argo. Yeah, he's done as well. So let's have a look at Tetris, I think. Yeah, he's just put in a purple second sector Tetris.
Yep.
So as you called it earlier, he absolutely loves Singapore. Slurping up the noodles on Tuesday night, I saw him.
Singapore slings.
Oh, you better believe it, baby. Let's have a look. Turn 18, nice and smooth. Can he lock up?
Oh, he's invalidated. I don't think he was improving anyway, but yep.
I think we missed Parzival as well, cross the line there. I think he may have improved. Tetris will have to sit in with 8th and be happy with that. So, yeah, right at the end there, unlucky.
All right, so we've got Bridgie. Did Bridgie get P1? Jeez, okay, I missed that. So Bridgie in P1.
Yep, must have been the car that we missed right at the end.
Yeah,
there.
So Bridgie P1.
To Bridgie, but fabulous effort.
Yeah, J-Man into P2, so that's another great one. Salmons in P3, Mertz P4, Quiet Cake, very good, P5, Gob into P6, Swiss Lord 7, Tetris 8, Batman 9, Dan the Racer in 10, followed by Quick Killer, Deadly, Parzival, Wayne, Bang, Mamba, Cuds, Ratbag, and Argo. Got a big mix there at the front, so it's going to be a really great, great start, Broseph. Looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Let's just hope it's nice and clean. We know the first couple of corners can be pretty tricky. It's not very wide, this track, especially at the start, especially with these new cars that have come in the last couple of years. They're pretty wide, they're pretty heavy, and if you get them, out of line a bit, can really cause a bit of damage. And it doesn't take much to get a puncture, as we've seen, with a couple of real cars in the F1 the last couple of rounds. So yeah, let's just hope all the cars can get through without too much damage and keep it nice and clean and get a bit of a rhythm early.
Yeah, it's a pretty tricky first corner or first few corners, right? Because it's that right, left, right. So yeah, drivers just need to be patient. I think if they can put their Monaco hats on, do the same as they did last week, they'll be fine. Yep. What are you betting on for tyres, Broseph? I think those hards are pretty horrible around here.
Yeah, they weren't enjoyable last night when we were having a bit of a practice session. I think you could attest to that as well. The mediums seemed a lot better, but I'm not sure how long the hards are going to go. The softs will go around here. So let's just bring up the tyres and have a look, see if there's absolutely no one on any softs. I know both of I'm letting a bit of a strategy out here, but a couple of my Ferrari drivers have tucked away their softs, a pair of softs. So, in case of a safety car, could always happen in a street circuit, more likely than not to happen here. So, yeah, the softs may come into play at the end of the race, but yeah, look, I'd probably prefer the hard to medium strategy around here and just suffer the hards and go with it.
Yeah, real life, I think Singapore's got 100% safety car record. So,
Wow.
you'd be betting on a safety car. But so that could throw in some strategy. You might want to throw in a meds or even go for a two-stop. But it's a long track. Anything can happen. I think starting on the hards is probably the way to go. And especially if towards the back, just stay with it and look for an opportunity for safety car and come in.
Yeah, that's right. And if you have a look at the top 10, we've got 4 drivers on mediums. So the first 2, Bridgie and J-Man, and then P7 Swiss Lords on the meds. And we've got Dan the Racer, the Alpine driver, newly signed. He's on the meds as well. Parzival is the only driver in the bottom 10 for Ferrari with the mediums. So most drivers have preferred to go the hards in the first stint. And I think it's going to be quite a tasty race, just as long as they can keep it nice and clean. The drivers just going around the formation lap here, just settling their nerves. Battlecat, you can take this one away, mate. Who would you like to start on?
Oh, let's start on with. I might start on with Quiet Cake. That'll give us a couple of cars in front and behind. A sandwich in between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. So let's hope he doesn't take either of them out. Yep, drivers are pulling up to their grid box.
Oh, Gobby's just missed his little box there. Yep, unfortunate. I'm going to hop on board with Tetris, so you take this one away.
All right, no worries. So drivers are just about to pull up. So Mamba and Gobby have disqualified. We're just about to start. The red lights should be able to come on any second now. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are away. And Quiet Cake, and Quiet Cake and Swissy have made contact. I see some carbon going around. I'm not sure whose carbon that was, but I think Swiss Lord just had the better start on the meds, and Quiet Cake was caught a little bit napping on that. Otherwise, it looks pretty clean at the front.
Yep. Mert's got a jump on T. Simmons. It looks like he actually pushed him wide into turn 2, so we'll see if anything comes of that. But going into turn 3, Simmons gave Mertz a bit of a wide berth, and the Ferrari driver went through there, and Gobby's kept it nice and clean behind him. As we see Simmons up on the inside there, just had a bit of a look on the inside of the Ferrari. What have you seen?
I think there's a yellow. I'm not sure who it is. It might be Ratbag, possibly. That's okay. We jump back on the front.
All right, so let's just have a look. We'll get back on board with Swiss Lord. Let's have a look at Swiss Lord in the Mercedes, who's right behind Almighty God at the moment, right on the back of the gearbox of the Red Bull. As he coming up into the hairpin, he won't have a look. He will just keep the pressure on the Red Bull driver and see if he can force him into an error. I'll have a look back here at Tetris and see if we can get a better view here. So Dan the Racer looks like he's got a little bit of a pressure here putting on the back of the Williams driver. And what can you see, Battlecat?
Yes, just looking at my my stats here, I can see that Tetris has front wing damage, Wayne Morris has front wing damage, Quiet Cake and Batman all with front wing damage. Can't tell you how much, but the app is telling me that there is some damage there.
All right, thanks for that. So Quick Killer's just put an absolutely fabulous move up on Deadly Fuller, just going through that newly paved section of the track there, so made the use of the straight. What do you see, Kat?
Right at the back, Mamba and Parzival have made contact and spun off last turn.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Looks like Batman's actually in the pits, and Parzival's picked up a 5-second penalty for that severe collision, so not the start that those two want. As we move a
change in a wing. Yep.
Yep.
At the front as well, Quick Killer and my stats are all over the place. Sorry, boys. Yep. Okay. That's better.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll let you get it under control. So the two Red Bull drivers are still holding down P4 and P5 at the moment. Almighty Gob is about. Well, it looks like I know why your stats might be out, Battlecat, because it's actually saying here that T Simmons. Oh, and Mertz has gone wide, and he's actually lost a position there. Yep, Red Bull T Simmons is in front of him. It's saying that T Simmons is a lap.
Yeah, it's just needs to update. Yeah, that's what I was seeing before. It had Quick Killer in the lead, and that was incorrect. So that'll fix itself up after a lap or so. But yeah, maybe not pay too much attention at the on the split times. But yeah, Mertz is. There's another yellow. I think the Ferrari and Mamba at the back there possibly. But let's stick at the front and see how we go.
Just take the action for a little bit. I'm just going to run back into the garage and get on board with my driver and calm him down for a moment.
Not a problem. So, so Gobby and Salmons have got the Ferrari sandwich in between. I'm sure Gobby's going to want to make that place. But we know Singapore is very hard to pass. Swiss Lord is catching up as well. With the medium tyres, so Gobby's going to want to make that move as soon as possible, otherwise he's going to fall into the grasp of Swiss Lord and then potentially Dan the Racer, both of them with medium tyres. Let's jump on and see what the position changes are. I'm not sure if it will give me the accurate positions, but the top four haven't changed. Gobby's up 1, Swiss Lord's up 1, Dan the Racer's up 3, that's great. Cuds is up 5, and Bang is up 4. Looks like Quiet Cake and Batman are the biggest losers in terms of position changes. The interval is still not updating, but let's hope that it does after a lap or two. So DRS is now enabled, sitting on with Gob, but yeah, Mertz has got DRS as well, and even though there's DRS at this track, really not long enough to pass. You've really only got that one opportunity. I think it's after turn 4 there. That's really it. So far the drivers have kept it clean. A couple of early incidents, but at the front there, looks like Bridgie's made up 2.5 seconds from J-Man. J-Man just maybe want to push a little bit. He's just inside the DRS from Salmons. Might jump down with Quick Killer. Quick Killer's right on the tail of Dan the Racer. See if he can make any move. Dan the Racer's gone wide, so this will be a great opportunity for Quick Killer. Opens up the DRS. It's got it on the inside. It's got to make the move on the outside. Well done. And I think Dan the Racer's just let him through. Live to fight another day. So that's a good move there from Quick Killer. We'll move on with... Who do we jump on with? Cuds. Cuds is 7/10 behind Bang at the moment. Actually, Quiet Cake is right on the tail of Wayne Morris. These two, I don't know if it's... if it's a relationship, they've been married for too long, or they really don't like each other. I'm not sure, Broseph. They seem to be at it in the chat all the time, but I don't know if it's a show. But they seem to always be on track next to each other as well. So, don't know. They've got this magnetic relationship, I think.
Who are we talking about?
Choir Cake and Wayne Morris.
And Wayne. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, those two, they're like an old married couple, you could say. Yep. It's good to see them just battling it out each week, giving it to one another. And, yeah, look, it's all in, I think it's all in good jest. I don't think it's ever really taken too far. But Choir Cake's actually got a nice run on the inside here. Wayne's
banging wheels.
They are. Yep, rubbing is racing. Oh, they do like a bit of a rub.
Argo had a big snap.
He did. He certainly did. Looks like T. Salmons has actually made the move on J-Man.
Yeah.
So, T. Salmons up into P2. Let's just get on board with J-Man. See if he can fight back here, but T. Salmons he must be loving Singapore, and you've got to say their team principal, Scotty, hopefully he's watching. He'll be happy to see his two drivers in Tier 3 in the top 5 at the moment, and Almighty Gob is putting almighty pressure on the back of Ferrari Mertz at the moment as they're coming into that hairpin turn 13. It's quite tricky as the two corners before 13, you've really got to line that up to get 13 right, because you can really get it wrong. Looks like these guys have got it.
The track.
Nah, it's definitely not. It's really not my favourite track, if I'm honest. But if you can keep your concentration right, and where others, can really come unstuck, this track can really work in your benefit. But it's just one of those tracks where it's like Monaco. You've really got to keep the concentration on the bit between your teeth, and the results will pay off if you can do that.
Yeah, Gobby's losing patience. I think he's going to want to set up a move. Let's see what he can do down the DRS straight. He's gone a little bit wide there to get the run on Mertz.
Well, I know Gobby quite well. He's actually been a teammate of mine. He's actually been in the same team as me a couple of times. He's a tremendous racer, very consistent. And it's really paying off for him. He's been around forever. He's in all of the leagues that have been around here: DRS, Oz F1, VSC, Rush, and he really is a great guy. And it's great to see Gobby fighting out at the top after all this time. What have you seen, Kat?
Tetris just had a little bit of a rear end on Deadly, so that won't help Tetris's already damaged wing. So I think Tetris is wanting to get through. But yeah, Gobby's great. Looks like he is going to have a little bit of trouble getting past, because Mertz is also in DRS, a bit of a DRS train there behind Salmons.
Yeah, it's all about patience, isn't it, when you're stuck behind a DRS train, especially in a street circuit where it's pretty tricky to overtake. And like you said, in that final sector, they haven't included the DRS in this track, which is a bit of a head scratcher, considering they did make the new section of the track, and didn't include everything that came with it, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll see that one next season.
Yeah, I think it was a late addition in real life. So, but Codemasters, they love to focus on the color red on the Ferrari rather than actually doing something that is beneficial to the game. So, shout out to Cody's.
They're all about aesthetics, aren't they? Anyway,
yep.
Yeah, buy a new rug for the F1 world or something.
New shoelace or something for your shoes.
Yeah, something like that. Let's Mertz actually looks like he's this is definitely where the action is, but there's also just something. Oh, Mertz has gone wide.
Oh, there's a yellow. Wayne Morris is crashed out.
Oh no. And Argo looks like he may have
virtual safety car. Oh, it's a big crash there from Wayne Morris. So looks like it's just after turn 3, I think. That's a weird sort of place. But he's lost his front wheel and smashed out there. So Wayne, if you can hear us, if you want to join the Tier 3 chat, let us know what's happened. But we're under VSC. Yeah. Yeah,
wouldn't mind having a chat with Wayne. It's been a while. Good bloke. good racer, and unfortunate from Wayne, and that's his night over in Singapore. So he'll go slurp a bowl of noodles down at the local bar, and yep, a couple of Asahis, and that'll be his night.
All right, I'm sure we're back to green any second now. These front runners just really need to be careful not to get a drive through, but they also don't want to fall back too far to lose their DRS either. So there's a couple of close ones there up between P2 and P6, and there's another close battle there between Deadly Fuller through to Quiet Cake. So DRS is back, enable their green. Just sitting on with Tetris at the moment. Oh, actually, I think there's a move at the front.
Yep, J-Man. Oh, it looks like he did get the inside run there, and Mertz has just squirted through there on the inside.
Yeah, that's an overtake and a half. That's a great move there from Mertz.
That's all about taking your opportunities when they present, isn't it, Kat? So shout out to Mertz there. That's exactly how I've been coaching him up, and well done to the young man. So he's in a position for a podium at the moment. If he can get this up, he's actually got a great run on the Alpha Tower here. Gives enough room, and yep. That's fabulous. So he's into P2, and he's got to try and chase down Bridgie. So J-Man P3, T. Simmons P4. Looks like Gobby's down into P6, so Quickkill has made the move up into P5. And let's just actually have a look and see how far he's come up.
Yeah, I'll bring up the position changes. So Quickkill has made up 6 positions. Yeah, it's a great job. Mertz is up 2 as well, so it's great. Wayno, how you doing? Good evening.
Had better evenings?
Yeah, what happened, mate? I just I didn't see what happened, but I saw the carnage afterwards. Looks like you may have lost it or hit the curb there after the first few corners.
I lost it after turn 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I lost it after turn 3. Spun the car and got collected by Argo.
Ah, okay, so Argo. Yep.
Completely my fault. You know, I spun it, but it wasn't he collected me. So.
Just for those who can't hear Wayne, I'm just having a bit of a difficult time hearing you. He said he lost the car going into turn 3, we believe, and may have maybe hit a wheel, I think, and then Argo came through and collected you. Is that right, Wayne?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mate.
Not a great start to the race. Quickkill was lagging all over the straight, so it caused a bit of cars going everywhere. At the start, collected wing damage straight into the back of Deadly Fuller from get-go. So.
So behind the 8 ball right from the start there, Wayno.
Probably talking too much shit in chat instead of practicing, right?
Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that every now and then. Unfortunate for you, mate. Yeah, in Singapore, damage on lap 1. Yeah, it's never going to be a fun night. And to end it so early, unfortunate, mate, because, yeah, on a bit of a roll there. For Haas, you're actually in P11 at the moment on 64 points, so almost breaking through the top 10. And, look, I think we've got about 7 or 8 races to go. So, look, you can still finish off strongly in the year. And, how are you feeling about Hell Month so far?
Yeah, it's been hell. I think 2 DNFs for me. So yeah, I think this is possibly my last race of the season also. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm in hospital next week. So.
Oh, not good.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, Wayno.
So let's see. I've been training with the right finger on the wheel, but it's not quite as quick. So.
Yeah. Well, let us know how you go, mate. Keep us posted, and we wish you all the best, speedy recovery, and hope to see you back racing as soon as possible. We do have a virtual safety car, so we'll leave it there, Wayne, and we'll hopefully see you next week, mate.
Cheers, fellas. Have a good
See you, Wayne.
Yeah,
looks like Rapag spun. He's lost his front wing. He's still going, but that's, I think, what has brought out the VSC again. So, Rapag is just crawling around now. Luckily, he's just about to enter the pits now, so he'll put on a new set of wheels and a new wing.
So you're saying there's a strong chance that we may have heard the famous war cry from Rapag?
Yeah, I'm sure. He's, if you haven't seen that, I think you can search it up on YouTube. It is definitely make you laugh.
Yeah, please do. That's Inters Racing League, Ratbag. Yeah, you can't miss it. It'd be probably the most watched video of all time. It's a great collage. Yeah, it'll be a rap bag collage, something like that. Yeah, so look, while we're actually talking to Wayne, I was on board with J-Man and T. Salmons, and they were absolutely going hammer and tong, back and forth, those two. Really battling it out there for P3 at the moment, and Salmons got back into that position, into P3, and yeah, so it's really heating up there at the front, and Quick Killer has also joined the party. Those top 6 drivers, really having a good show of it out there in the first 10 laps, and it's like we're back under racing.
Back again, and these guys are really close together. I saw Salmons, I think he just cut the corner, and J-Man is going to try to make the move. Oh, it's so close.
It really is. They're coming into turn 1 at the moment. We're going to stay on board with Quick Killer and J-Man. So let's see if any of them have got the nads to really put it up and try and take one of these positions early after this restart. Looks like Swiss Lord is still about 1.5 to 2 seconds behind here. So it really is a battle of the top 6 at the moment. We're staying on board for this battle for 3rd at the moment.
Oh, and Quick Killer had a huge snap.
Yeah, look, he's been snapping around there the last lap and a half, I've got to say. So not the most stable setup for Quick Killer, and hopefully it doesn't bring him too much unstuck as we see.
Side by side.
Yep, had a little bit of a look, and it's brought
Quick Killer.
Quick Killer into the action on the outside. It's not going to be enough. No, because it looks like Alpha Tauri J-Man's going to have the inside, but the switch back here from Quick Killer, I don't think he's going to get it done. Coming into turn 7, Battle Cat.
No, this is not where you want to overtake, that's for sure. Just needs to set it up, just needs to keep it really clean, see if you can get a great exit after the bridge, and use the DRS, see if you can get past. J-Man is outside the DRS at the moment, so this might be a good opportunity for Quick Killer. He's very, very close.
Yeah, Quick Killer looks to be very quick
gonna get it.
out of the slow corners. Yeah, yep. Up on the inside, he's going to get this move done, and it was turn 9 before, my bad.
Gobby Mike. No.
Yep.
Oh, this is the benefit of the new section of the track.
Wow.
Yes, excellent.
Yep. So J-Man does give that position.
He'll
it
get
looks
the
like
DRS.
he's going to have a look on the inside here. Yeah, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, but Gobby will pick up the DRS as well. So that's a great move there from both Quick Killer and Gobby.
Yep, so Gobby back into the top 5 there. Great little battle here at the moment, no doubt about it. Bridgie in the McLaren is absolutely running away with this. He's built up a 4-second lead at the moment to Mertz in the Ferrari, and P2 is having a nice little race for himself there, and T. Salmons really trying to close that gap to the Ferrari in front.
Yeah, and this has brought Swiss Lord into it as well. So you mentioned it was about 1.7. It's now half a second behind. So all those drivers fighting for position has brought Swiss Lord into it as well, and he's now within DRS.
Well, I can tell you, it'll be about 7 a.m. in the morning over there in Switzerland for Swiss Lord. So he'll be really waking up right about now. Hopefully he's got that caffeine pumping through his veins and joining this fight. It really will widen those pupils, and he'll be getting a bit between his teeth and really going after it, because we know Swiss Lord's up for a race. There's no doubt about it. I signed him last season to AlphaTauri, and he had an outstanding first season of league racing. And he's gone wide. He's actually hit the corner there at turn 13. So I've absolutely put the moniker on him. I'm sorry, Swissy. I'm just going to jump up to someone else now. But yeah, he did have a great debut season.
Yeah, Quick Killer's really close again on Salmons.
Yeah, you're right. Quick Killer made quick work of Gobby, and he's trying to do the same with Salmons.
Yes, and Santa's screaming at you, Broseph, for throwing that commentator's curse.
Sorry, Santa. I know.
Oh, again, Quick Killer is just snapping all over the place.
Mertz had a moment too, because Salmons has absolutely gone through up in a P2, so if I know Mertz, he's going to try and get this position back as quickly as possible, and I really want to get in his ear and tell him just to calm down, because he's going to have to deal with Quick Killer, and that's what I might do, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, not a problem. So just looking at the DRS, Salmons is pretty low. Mertz is about 30, Quick Killer's about 50, and Gobby's about 11. So the DRS isn't the greatest to regenerate in this track, but let's see at the front here. I think Quick Killer was side by side. It's not really the place you want to overtake. And these drivers fighting each other is really just bringing the back runners into the play. Looks like Swiss Lord has fallen back. He must have pitted while we were talking there. He has. He's put on a new set of hards. Must have had some wing damage. Quick Killer's now in front of Mertz. And it's pulled away as well. So it looks like Gobby's going to want to try to get past Mertz as quick as he can. Salmons has picked up a 3 seconds, and I think Mertz will probably pick up a warning there as well. He cut that white line. So let's look at tyre wear. Bridgie at the moment on mediums is at 49%. Who is in P6? P6, J-Man is on 44%. So the medium runners will probably be looking at coming in probably around lap 14, 15, you'd think. So they'll probably be coming in pretty soon. The hard runners of Salmons and Gobby and Tetris, you're looking at around the mid to high 30s. So they'll probably keep going to about, you'd think probably about lap 16, 17, probably throw on a set of mediums. Welcome back, Broseph.
Yep. Just had to get in my young man's ear and just calm him down. Just give him a few words of just advice, and just to let the quicker drivers go, and just to be there at the end of the race when it counts. So he's doing a great job, Mertz.
Yeah, stick with the pack. Hopefully, a new set of tyres will bring some speed in as well. I was just saying, we probably should expect the medium runners to come in the next couple of laps, you would think. Batman has retired.
Oh, Batman! No, turn 3.
Safety car. So there you go. Perfect timing for the medium runners. So where is Batman? I don't see him on track, but let's see who's going to come in. Bridges in line. He's the first one. You would think he would come in. Broseph didn't even say goodbye. He's gone to give the team some strategy calls. That's fair enough. So Bridgie on the 13-lap old mediums, he's definitely coming in. You think you throw on a set of hards and go to the end. Quick Killer is coming in. He's probably going to throw on a set of mediums and go to the end. I think everyone's going to want to come in. Let's see what the Red Bulls do here. They're going to double stack. That's going to hold up Gobby. Mertz will probably pick up a position or two for the double stack for the Red Bulls. That's unfortunate. Everyone seems to be coming in.
Sorry, just had to tell.
I didn't even say goodbye, bro. Didn't even say goodbye.
Yeah.
So heartbroken.
But I tell you what, man, I'm pretty fit. Just diving through the Skybox Sky Rest Control window and literally down a few flights of stairs into the pit garage and back up again. So here we go.
Yeah, everyone looks like they've pitted, which is the right thing to do. Mertz has picked up a place. Gobby's dropped 2 because he had to double stack behind Salmons. That's a little bit unfortunate for him, but that's still a long way to go. And like I said, everyone's pretty much pitted except for Swiss Lord. Swiss Lord pitted a couple of laps earlier. He's on 2-lap old hards. That'll take him to the end. So Swiss is back into P8. So we'll go through the standings. I think at the moment, so we've got Bridgie. That gap's definitely closed down now. He was leading for about 4 seconds or 5 seconds. Quick Killer into P2. So we'll bring on the position changes as well. Position change. So Quick Killer's up 9. Deadly's up 9. So it's great drive from both of them. Looking at the tyre strategy as well. These meds should take it to the end. Probably be not as fresh, but you think they would go to the end. So Deadly Fuller's on 5-lap old mediums. I don't know how they'll be towards the end, but everyone else is on fresh tyres pretty much. So Argo's the only one on a fresh set of softs. They won't last. He'll have to come in for another set.
Yeah, he'll be relying on another safety car, you'd imagine, as well. Probably Deadly Fuller on those 5-lap old mediums. I think he probably will roll to the end, but he will lose a few positions, you'd imagine, on older mediums.
He'll be wishing for a safety car around that lap 22 mark or something like that, 23.
Yeah, even a bit later. But that would be perfect. Yeah, around lap 24, something like that for him. We'll just quickly go over the Tier 3 standings. So Powers is 222 points in P1. P2, we have Quick Killer on 159. Deadly Fuller in P3 on 138. You've got Cuds in P4 overall on 123 points for Alpine. And we've got Bridgie in P5 at 121. You've got Trenner, his teammate, on 92 in P6. You've got Mamba in P7 on 83 points. On P8 is Swiss Lord on 83 points as well, so tie there. Quiet Cake in P9 on 78 points. And running at the top 10 is Tetris on 73 points. So relatively all those guys up there in the top 10 bar Quiet Cake and Cuds and Mamba. So bit of games going on there between Deadly Fuller and Mertz, it looked like on stream.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to Mertz.
Yeah, Mertz.
Letting a few drivers through. Oh, that's fine. Anyway. He may have overtaken accidentally. He's just conceding the positions.
Yeah, looks like it. And Deadly Fuller has
picked up
got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That's odd.
I don't know what that is. Yep, that's a weird one. Haven't seen that on the safety car before.
Yeah.
If he didn't have to pit again, he could potentially ask the stewards to get that 5 seconds back, but if he does have to pit, we'll serve it in the pits, and unfortunately can't.
Yeah,
I think that.
Yeah, who knows what that is? That's silly, but hopefully he won't have to serve that in pits, and we can just get that taken off at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, so looking at the top runners, again, you've got Powers, we talked about Powers before, but you've got Quickler in P2 and Deadly Fuller in P3, and it's the same thing in the race. So these guys are definitely going to want to pass each other to see if they can move up on the standings. So yeah, it's going to be a great fight at the end.
Yeah, well, what really helps Quickler is Powers being out tonight, and what if he can grab, where is he, P2 at the moment? How many points is that, Battlecat, being the stats
24 points. 24 points.
24, so he's on 160, so that'll put him up to 185 roughly. So, yeah, I mean, with the amount of races we've got left, I'm pretty sure we have around eight races to go.
It's 20 rounds, yeah. This is round 13 of 20, so we've got another 6 after this one.
There we go. All right, so he's definitely in contention, and so is Deadly Fuller on 138 points. He's not far off as well. Look, if Cuds can pull out a few wins, I'm sure he'll still be in contention. So it really is anyone's championship, especially with the news, as you said earlier, of Powers missing a few races due to work potentially in the next next month or so.
Yeah, Cuds is due for a win. He's got two P2s and a P3, so just needs to tick off that win, but we know how hard that is, Broseph, don't we?
Oh, we know how hard that is, especially with a newborn. Let me just tell you guys that Cudsy, he has
Congrats,
a newborn
Cuds. Baby
boy, so he absolutely has his hands full, and it's no wonder that he's not really getting the results at the moment on track, because he's
probably racing with one hand, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's probably got the baby in one hand. Yeah, he's probably got one of those strap-on fake, breast pumps or something, and breastfeeding and controller in the other hand. Yeah. Shout out to your Cuds. Yep.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, while making dinner.
That's it.
Yeah. So on 2 hours sleep, working 10-hour days, racing, and doing everything else. So shout out to Cudsy and all the men out there doing the hard work.
Yeah, I'm playing Mr. Mum for the next couple of weeks as well. So I know how it is. Safety car in this lap. All right, I'll set on with Bridgie just to make sure he doesn't do any silly buggers. He's slowing down, letting the Aston Martin ahead of him get back to the pits.
Look, I might jump on with Mertz here, because my young Ferrari driver, Monaco, the restart last weekend, he got a little bit ahead of himself and came out of the tunnel there, and that those tricky little corners just brought him unstuck and he DNF there. So I know Mertz will be really worried about this restart and making sure that he keeps it as clean as possible. And it looks like they're actually off.
No, he's off now. Just leaving it literally to the last second.
He really did. This is going to be very, very
very
interesting
tight.
as they come into turn one. Looks like the Red Bull's up on the inside. He gets the move done. Mertz, beautiful. On the inside of Deadly Fuller, and he's got the job done there. So up into P4. Great little restart there from all those drivers. Nice and clean. Looks like Gobby may have lost a position, is he? No, he's still in P7. Bangladesh in the McLaren P8. Lord in P9. So everyone with it all to play for.
Mertz is really flying. He's doing a great job.
J-Man also on the back of Deadly Fuller on the Haas at the moment in P6. So
yeah, those Yeah, I was just going to say those 8-lap-old mediums aren't really switching on as quick as the newer mediums.
Yeah, no doubt. So as we predicted, Deadly Fuller just struggling a little bit. Let's see if J-Man can close the gap on those. You'd imagine, well, what those hards are, yeah, they are 3-lap olds, but he's going to have to bring those up to temperature, isn't he?
Yeah, I was saying before, the track's a little bit hot, so it will warm up pretty quickly. But you think the fresher hards, they'll probably be comparative pace at the moment, but Deadlies, I think, will drop off the next few laps.
I reckon as soon as J-Man can get the DRS, I think he'll get the job done quite easily on Deadly. So we'll move a little further up. Looks like Salmons is actually putting a bit of pressure, and Bridgie, he would have not really liked to have seen that safety car because he had a great gap built up to P2. I think it was over 4 seconds, and Quick Killer right behind him at the moment, and Salmons as well. So it really is going to be a fight. Yep, we've got a yellow flag. What do you see?
That's a Ferrari and Argo. Parzival and Argo just before the pit entry have come together. Argo picks up a 5 second. Yeah.
Doesn't look pretty, does it, back there?
Ferrari's coming in, and the looks like the Aston's coming in as well. So, but just jump back on the front again. Yeah, Bridgie had about 4.5 seconds, and he's lost that. So, see what he can do. No DRS for him. He's at the front. He's on the hard tyres. So, he just needs to stick with it. Those hards will switch on, and the mediums will drop. But let's see what happens.
As we see, Ratbag, for truck's sake, picks up a 3-second penalty. Unfortunate, and Argo has actually retired from the race after that incident with Parzival, so he's packed it in. He's had enough. Shout out to Argo, did win his first race over at Oz F1 a couple of races ago, but can't back up that form here tonight, unfortunately, so look forward to seeing him back next weekend in the Aston Martin. As we get back on, let's just move up the field.
I think Mertz just hit the wall, so he's got front wing damage. I don't see anything on the car, but I do see on the app, so it's probably a little bit of front wing damage. Not really something that you want here in Singapore.
Oh, definitely not. Let's just let's have a look. We'll get on board with J-Man because he'll be. Oh, it looks like Deadly Fuller, Gobby. So Gobby's taken the advantage there of those old mediums, and he's got the job done. So he's up in a P6, and he'll be looking to close that gap to Mertz if he does have any damage. J-Man doesn't look like he's closing the gap too much on Mertz at the moment. So hopefully, Quick Killer.
Yep, he's
he on around?
Yeah, no. He's set up a move for Bridgie. He just set the fastest lap, and he's right on the rear end of Bridgie. So those mediums are really doing a better job than the hards.
Oh yeah, look, he's right there, isn't he?
Yep, I think he'll make the move. He's going to get the DRS.
So I'm not sure, but it looks like maybe Deadly Fuller, he's come into pit.
Oh, no.
Quick Killer really trying to force that error, isn't he? But Deadly Fuller came in. I don't think he had a wing change. I didn't actually see it, but he wanted to get off those 10-lap old mediums.
Yeah, he's on a fresh set of mediums now, but he's at the back of the pack, so he might make up a few positions, but I don't think he'll be fighting for the podium. So Quick Killer is, again, right behind Bridgie.
The same with J-Man, actually. It does look like Mertz is struggling. I think he does have, and Tetris picks up a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. So gained a possession, and the stewards have come down quite harsh there.
Yeah, so again, if he's had to cut the corner, if he gives a position back, and he doesn't have to serve it in the pits, then he can ask for it to be taken off by the stewards.
J-Man really had a good look at Mertz up on the inside of turn 14, I believe it was, and thought better of it. And it looks like Gobby has really made the move there up on the inside of 15. So Gobby, well done there to get the move done on J-Man, who had a big sniff at Mertz earlier on but couldn't get it done. So Mertz is struggling. He's got damage.
Yeah, and then Gobby's almost side by side into turn one. You don't really want to make the move there. I think he just wants to set up the position for the DRS. Oh my God! I think. Not a problem. Yeah, and I think Mertz got a little bit of damage there, so a little bit slow around the corner, and J-Man almost hit the back end there of Gobby. So let's see if Gob can make the move. It's gone a little bit on the outside. It looks like he's not going to be able to get it done. J-Man either. So I think with the damage, Gobby's just got to anticipate a little bit. Like that point there, he's just gone a bit wide, Mertz. Just catch him in a mistake and get the move done. They've just got to be patient, just anticipate a little bit earlier braking from Mertz. Otherwise, they'll rear end him. Yeah, Mertz is a little bit all over the road at the moment. That wing damage is really hurting him. This might be a good opportunity for Gob. No, and Mertz just gets a great traction on the straights, so he's slow on the corners. But Gobby just can't get too close. So let's see. He's made the move before on this back straight. Let's see if he can do it again. No, it just seems a bit too far away. I'm going to sit over here at the moment. I'm just having a look at the front there. Actually, I'm jumping on with Quick Killer. Quick Killer's gone side by side into turn one. Looks like he's going to make the move. Yeah, and that might just be the right thing to do. Bridgie might just want to sit behind. Gobby's also making the move. Oh, there's a bit of contact. It looks like Mert's gone a bit wide there. Oh, and another bit of contact from J-Man. Oh, it looks like these guys are just doing a bit of dodgem cars at the moment. Any other damage? Let's have a look. And I think Gobby has made the move there on Mertz. They're side by side. Oh, this is not going to end well. Mertz just seems to have a little bit of a better straight line. Gobby has made that move, but he's made it off track, one would think. Stewards wouldn't think too well of that. And there's a big train behind all the way to Cuds. So these guys slowing down in front. It's just brought the rest of the pack together. Let's have a look here. No other damage the app is telling me other than Mertz's damage. Sitting on with Cuds at the moment. Let's have a look here. Mertz and Tetris. Looks like Tetris is going to make the move. It's not really a place you want to overtake, and Tetris is squeezed into the wall. Doesn't hit the wall. Mertz is defending really well with that little bit of damage. And now Swiss Lord and Quiet Cake. Oh, I can just see an accident coming here. Mertz is defending. And he's coming in for a new wing. I think he's conceded. He's coming in for a set of softs, you would think. And a new wing. Other than that, Mertz, great race. Unfortunate, a little bit of damage, and you can see what a little bit of aero does on a track like this that really relies on high downforce. Talk us through that, Broseph. It looks like Mertz is struggling. A little bit of damage really affects the downforce in this track, and it's probably come in for a new wing and set of softs.
Yeah, tension is high in the Ferrari garage, there's no doubt about it. Mertz doing his best to hang on, very frustrated that he picked up a bit of damage there and really didn't want to come in, wanted to hang on, but I enforced the box, and he's in to get a new wing, and hopefully there's a late safety car and he can pull himself back into the race, but just unfortunate there.
Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do, is really get neaten up. A lot of the back runners were catching up, but it's really amazing. That little bit of wing damage, what it could do, but great race from him up to that point. Quick Killer's in front, Bridges behind, sitting in the DRS, probably a good thing with those hard tyres. Try to build up his ERS and see if he can make the move a little bit later on down the track. So Tetris is in P6. He's got a couple of cars behind him. Let's just bring up the penalties again.
Yeah, like you said, Kat, I think Bridgie will just want to hang on to that DRS, and because he was leading this race for so many laps, he'll really want to win this. So as long as he can hang on to that DRS, he's going to give himself every chance to try and win. So, it looks like Tetris had a bit of a, he certainly did. brought Quiet Cake right back into the contest here for P6, and they both got penalties. So, yeah, we'll see how that one unfolds. But Almighty Gob is actually going on the inside. He had a look there. He thought better of it.
Yeah,
this is for P4 at the moment.
Yep, Quiet Cake's made the move on Tetris.
So Tetris just struggling a little bit there, and goes into the back and actually turns Quiet Cake. So I know Tetris, he won't be happy, and he's going to have to let Cake go. He does, and he cuds, tries to make the most of that, and he's been turned by Swiss Lord, I believe.
Yeah, I think I got caught up there with Tetris trying to concede the position. Yep.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, really unfortunate. It's just the way it goes sometimes, so you can't really blame anyone, but Tetris on the back, Quiet Cake, looks like he's trying to get up on the inside. Can't make that one work, and I also wanted Mertz to box just so he didn't really bring anyone else's race unstuck, because I could see the cars really backing up behind him there.
Yeah, it was just braking that little bit earlier. You could tell, and the cars behind. You know, that's the problem. Everyone's been doing 20-something laps. They know their braking points. Car in front brakes a little bit earlier, and then you get rear-ended, and your race is over. So probably a good thing. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. So, yep. Gobby really pushing to get up in front of J-Man, who's doing a fabulous job reserving tonight for AlphaTauri. You've got to say...
And you've given him the cottage potatoes curse again. He's just had a snap and almost dropped it. Yeah, he's dropped the DRS.
Sorry, Gobby.
He's got the DRS.
He has got the DRS. So, yep, he lassoed onto the back of that AlphaTauri, and let's see if he can bring himself back up here into contention for that top 4 position. But, Bridgie still is just 5/10 behind P1 at the moment. Mertz picks up the fastest lap in Ferrari, a 1:33.3. So if he can pull himself up into the top 10, I think he'll be a bit happier. And there are a few cars in front of him with some penalties. So Mertz, it's not as bad as he thinks, and he's just going to keep his head down. But Quick Killer really struggling with the balance of that car tonight. So if Bridgie can keep that pressure on, you never know what's going to happen with the last few laps coming up.
Yeah, I think the meds are really the tyre of choice on this track. Even though they don't last as long, we've seen that Bridgie can't really pull away, and he was doing that on the first stint. We've got a yellow who's around. No. Yeah, so Bridgie just needs to stick with it if he can, look for an opportunity, build up that ERS and see if he can get past. But he's also now got Salmons right behind him. Salmons has got a 3-second penalty. So even if he does pass, he's got to pull a 3-second gap, which is probably going to be pretty hard in these final few laps.
Yeah, what Salmons doesn't want is to fight too much with these two cars in front of him, because J-Man will see that 3-second penalties. J-Man's currently 5.5 seconds behind, so he's got to drop a 1.5 seconds if he can on that time, and he'll be up in podium contention there for the reserve driver tonight. Yeah,
pretty much. Salmons has got to look in front and behind him. If he can, if that 5.5 second gap can stay that way, he might as well just concede and stay in P3. Even if he gets in front, he's got to pull that gap and get past. So Gobby's gone past.
Gobby! He most certainly sent it, and he's got the move done. That was beautiful.
Great.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I thought he might have hit the wall, but no, he's doing great. The Red Bulls are doing great tonight. Let's stay off them and go back onto Bridgie and see what he can do.
Fair call. I'm going to have a look at Swiss Lord at the moment in the Mercedes in P8. Currently behind Tetris. He's in the DRS zone, so we know Swiss Lord unfortunately looked like he had an incident with Cuds, who's sitting at the back of the field at the moment. So Swiss Lord may have something to answer to a bit later on after this race. Yeah, I mean, that's just speculation. Hopefully there's nothing in it. And Tetris with that 5-second penalty for cutting a corner, I believe, with an overtake off track. But, we never know if these penalties are legit or not. We just can't trust, code disasters and EA Sports.
It's Parsable. It looks like he's just gone wide. And he's lost it as well.
Sideways in the wall. Yeah, unfortunate. So Cuds and him really battling it out here for last position. And it's for the last point position, actually. So Cuds is in P15 and Parsifal just behind him. So they're having their own little race at the back. Beautiful. J-Man just out of DRS zone at the moment. So he's got those older tyres, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got the 12-lap old hards. Look, you'd think they would have a bit more life than the mediums coming up in the final stage of this race. Kat? You think J-Man might be able to fight that one back?
He might. I think he's catching up, right? He's just about to get into DRS at the moment, and these front runners are going a little bit slow. So let's see. Gobby's got 4 seconds of free area in front of him, so he's going to want to catch the back of this pack. But I can see all three, Quick Killer, Bridgie, and Salmons are all a little bit impatient at the moment. I can see Salmons wants to get past, doesn't want to lose that 3 second gap, but it is closing with his teammate now 4.1 seconds behind.
Yeah, I tell you what, Gobby can absolutely sniff a podium, and it doesn't matter if it's his teammate, that's for sure. He'll want to grab it with both hands and not give it back, so let's see if he can bring that gap down. He'll have the bit between his teeth, no doubt about it. I think we just picked up another penalty there from what I can see.
Mamba.
Yeah, Mamba, unfortunately, not having a great night in the AlphaTauri at Singapore.
Where else is the action here? Swiss Lord again is still within a second of Tetris.
And Bang also within a second of Deadly Fuller for P10. So, Deadly Fuller, Rat Bag, and Bang really been battling it out there, probably in the bottom half of the race for most of these laps. And look, they're still fighting for P10 at the moment. So, shout out to those guys and P9. Shout out to those guys for just, really sticking it out, and they'll end up with a good amount of points at the end.
Yeah, Mertz is trying to catch up to the back of them as well. So those soft tyres, that would be really fun to drive at the moment.
They would.
He's within DRS. Yeah, he's just dropped. He's just caught him by about half a second in a few corners. So, Mamba's crashed out.
Oh
no, he's in the pits.
In the pits. Yeah, he's in the pits. Yep. He's had enough. Oh, that's interesting. He's given up the last amount of points there. So, I think. Anyway, I do know it's very late for Mamba over in America. So, shout out to him for turning up every week. You've got to say. So Mertz, if he can get into P10, I think after the damage he's picked up and having to box an extra time, I think you'll be happy with that.
Yeah, Bang's got a 3 second penalty, and he is about 10 seconds up the road. So you probably make the move on Deadly, but whether he can make up another 6 seconds or so in about 3 laps, it's going to be pretty tough.
Hasn't Bang got the 10-second penalty up to 10-second gap up to Ratbag, I believe.
Sorry, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, Mertz looks like he may have got the job done there.
Yep.
Squeezed Deadly a little bit there, but got the move done.
Yep. So sorry. Yeah. So Bang will. Mertz will have P10 at the moment, and he'll pick up. I think he's still got the fastest lap as well. So.
Yeah. So a bit of consolation there for Mertz after he really was in contention for a podium, and you've got to tuck that in your back pocket. What have you seen?
At the front, Salmons is right up the back of Bridgie. He's just touched the wall as well. And Gobby is now within. Yep.
Licking his lips, and that's why Salmons is getting a bit jumpy, you'd say, Kat.
Yeah, definitely. He wants that podium, and he's getting frustrated with the cars in front of him. He's faster than him, but he just can't get past.
Actually, it looks like Bridgie, as we just mentioned before, those hard tyres might be coming into contention.
Yeah, and it looks like Quick Killer's just made a mistake around that corner.
Yep,
no, but
it's all to play for. And J-Man, hopefully he'll be wishing that those hards have got a bit more grip than those old mediums. He's currently a second and a half behind P4. So at the moment, it looks like Gobby will pick up this podium in P3 if things stay the way they are. But it's all to play for here with just over 2 laps to go.
Yeah, and Samus might lose P3 down to P5 at this stage. So if he can make the move, you might want to try that.
Oh, Mertz just absolutely sent it on Bang. Oh, my goodness.
It doesn't look like he made it, so...
no.
Yeah.
Mertz, calm down.
It's all right, all or nothing. It's, it's a point or two, might as well. Salmon's picked up another 3 seconds, so that's going to drop him down to P5. So, unfortunate there for Salmons. He's going to try to make the move on Bridgie.
Ooh.
Bridgie might as well just let him through. Nope, didn't do that.
Yeah, interesting there from Salmons, isn't it? It's like he's taking a little bit of frustration on himself.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't want to make contact with Bridgie in P2 if you've just picked up 6 seconds worth of penalties. But anyway, he's still nutting it out there with a lap and a half to go.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to get in the way of his teammate either, and let J-Man get past. So I think at the moment he just wants to get as close as Bridgie as he can, just stick with it, not affect the front runners.
That's true. Yeah. He's worried about J-Man as well behind, losing a few more positions. But
yeah, he'll lose it. At the moment he will. So he'll drop down to P5. Yep.
Yeah. Which isn't too bad considering.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So the two Red Bull drivers will pick up a great amount of points here if they can just keep it on track. Bridgie looks like he's happy to keep it in P2 and leave it for the last lap. So let's stay on board with the McLaren driver and see if he can line this one up as he comes around the final turn here for the last lap of the Singapore Grand Prix Tier 3 here at Intus Racing League. Coming into the first turn here, he's just under 5 tenths behind here, the McLaren behind the Alfa Romeo. Quick has a big snap into turn 3, so very interesting. Let's see if anything can come of this, Cat.
Yeah, and I think Bridgie's just out of ERS, so unfortunately don't think he's going to be able to make the move. But let's see. Quick Killer's been twitchy all night. He's fast but twitchy, so let's see.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's been sketching out on track, but he's been doing enough to keep it in front and straight enough on track with not collecting any damage. So Quick Killer he really walks a narrow tightrope, but you've got to hand it to him. He really makes the most out of that Alfa Romeo and has since he's been signed by Timmy, the team principal. Oh, Bridgie, I tell you what, was playing it close with the outside there on the right-hand side coming into the big hairpin of 13, but looks like Quick Killer's going to come away with this. Gobby having a look at the inside of his teammate, but I think they're just going to let this one play out as it is. So
there's a couple of battles behind as well. There's Tetris on Quiet Cake. Merz was right on the back of Bang, but we'll stick on the front runners here, see if Bridgie can make it in the last few corners.
Yeah, he's really going to have to throw a dive bomb in here, but I don't think there's any way he can do
it.
Quick Killer's just snapping everywhere. He is. Can he hold on for the final snap? He does. Quick Killer takes the Singapore Grand Prix P1. Bridgie P2 in the McLaren, who you've got to say really did deserve a podium after leading most of that race in the first stint. Gobby does pick up a podium for P3, so congratulations, Gobby. Outstanding, consistent race from the Red Bull driver tonight. J-Man, the reserve for AlphaTauri, up into P4. Really consistent driving from him. Those hard laps, those hard tyres for 17 laps just couldn't get him up at the podium, but really consistent driving from him tonight. T. Salmons as well, unfortunate with the 6 seconds of pens, but you've got to say a P5, you'll never shy away from that one. Good group of points collected by the Red Bull drivers, Cat.
Yeah, well done, Red Bull. I think they needed it there in Tier 3. So, great drive, Quick Killer, Bridgie, and Gobby there. Nice to see him on the podium.
No doubt about it. Hopefully we can get Quick Killer and Gobby and Bridgie in the chat if they can spare a couple of moments, just so we can have a quick interview and hear how their race went. Wouldn't mind hearing from Gobby. I reckon we'll get him in. Loves to chat, that man, and I reckon he'll have a smile on his face from ear to ear at the moment with the podium. He'll be consolidating his teammate T. Simmons, who probably drove well enough to get a podium, you'd have to say, Kat.
Oh yeah, look, it's unfortunately picked up a couple of penalties, but look, I think it's a bit of teamwork there. It's great to see that one of them got the podium. So yeah, good job.
I've also got to say, really good patience shown by Gobby when he was behind Merz with that damage. Could have easily sent it there or got himself unstuck, but really just showed some patience and it paid off. And no pens tonight. The man's actually in the chat here, so Gobby, congratulations on P3 tonight. Got to say, mate, really consistent driving from you tonight especially, but lately as well. You've been building this one up and it's paid off, so congratulations on a great drive. And how did it go out there for you tonight, mate?
Yeah, cheers, man. It went good. I didn't expect to go as well as what I did. I was just more than happy to bring the car home and get points. I said to Salmons in party that, just get the car home. And then we ended up, up the front, and I was like, okay, yep, just sit. And then J-Man, I think I ended up sitting on J-Man's ass or vice versa for basically the whole race. It was so much fun. I loved every second of it. So shout out to J-Man if he's listening. I will shout him out in the Discord chat later. That was awesome. But
it was epic racing. Yeah, back and forth. Battle Cat, take it away. Who's your team, mate?
Yeah, great job, Gobby. It was nice to see you guys from the Red Bull up at the front there on the at the pointy end of the grid at the start, and then battling throughout the race. I think Mertz, yourself, J-Man, Salmons, it was great racing watching there at the front. Really patient. Unfortunate Salmons picked up a penalty, but great job from you to take home P3. Well done.
Yeah, cheers. No, with Mertz, I'm pretty sure because I always have the stream on in the background, so I heard you say that he had damage, and then I was sitting behind him, and I'm like, this guy has, he does, and I was getting pissed off, and
I know.
I know it was so frustrating because I'd get a run, and then he'd just sit next to me the whole time when I'd have a run, and that one where I ended up running wide. I did brake late, but I thought he was going to slide over with his damage, so I took it a little wider. But then I basically dropped 2 seconds to him, in 3 turns. So if I did send that, sorry if I did. And he did turn in on me at turn 1, 2. Which J-Man clipped me on the way through as well. But I mean, in my eyes, that's all. It's all a bit of racing. It's all a bit of fun. It's a game at the end of the day.
Yeah, look, I did have to quickly jump into the Ferrari engineer chat there and just try and get Mertz into pit because, it was the thing to do and didn't want to hold up those cars behind him. So glad to see those cars get through and didn't bring the race unstuck. So congratulations.
I knew what he was trying to do, and I understand it completely. I probably would have tried to run it out as long as I could at that point of the race as well, and in that position. I 100% understand it. Like I said, it's racing. I couldn't get a good enough run on him to make the move. It's just how it is, and cheers again. I'm just happy that both Salmons and I could get a good result in for Red Bull. It's been a bit of a tough season for us too, I know. So
well done.
I know Scotty will be cheering.
Yeah, he'll be happy. Great job.
Oh, Scotty will be stoked. Yeah, Scotty will be stoked with that result. So, as we said, congratulations, Gobby, and we'll see you next weekend, mate.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Good luck. Good luck in your races later in the weekend.
Appreciate it, man. We do have Bridgie in here. Yeah, Bridgie, the McLaren driver, picked up P2, was leading for most of the race tonight. That first stint, really good job there, Bridgie. You built out over a 4-second gap. I believe it may have been Mertz who ended up in P2 just before that safety car. So, mate, outstanding start there. I think you even got pole position. You snuck through at the end. I think Kat and I missed that one. But, really good drive from you. And
I think Mertz has still got the fastest lap. So, yep.
Oh, pole, I meant. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, pole. Sorry. Yep.
Yep. So Bridgie P2 overall, you got to be happy with that result, mate.
Yeah, real happy with that. I was having a pretty lackluster qualifying compared to what I usually do, but I was trying a different camera angle, switched back to my main one and got pole, so I was happy with that. My first stint on that race was stupid quick, but as soon as I got on those hards, I just seemed like I died down a little bit.
They're
horrible,
miserable,
aren't
they?
Yeah,
horrible.
on this track.
They are. So, no, I thought you did really well just to stick with Quick Killer at the end, who was snapping around all over the place. You were just trying to keep the pressure on him, it looked like, just to force him into a bit of an error.
I was hoping for at least an error or a pen, but knowing Quick Killer from like Rush and all that, he's my teammate. I never really had a chance of catching him, so I was just hoping he would do himself in. But once he got in front of me, he didn't make any errors. He was always winning. I was just defending for second nearly the entire last 10 laps.
Yeah, he made up
like
11 positions. So pretty good.
Yeah, he was flying. So, mate. So, congratulations, P2. That's plenty more points for the McLaren boys and missing Trenner tonight. So I'm sure Mercy will be happy with a bunch of points there. So Anything you want to add before we let you go, mate?
I'm good, boys.
Sweet. All right. We'll catch you next week at where are we?
Baku.
Next week. Baku. That's right. How do you feel about Baku, Bridgie?
Haven't done that in a while, so I guess we'll see.
All right, mate. We'll catch you next weekend.
All right, thank you, boys.
Cheers,
it's my bogey course. I hate that course.
It's not great.
Oh, DNF. It's the worst course. I can never do well in league racing on that course. So if anyone knows, that's going to be me. But let's see how we go. That's why they call it Hell Week. So Hell Month, don't they, Broseph?
Exactly right, mate. Hell Month it is. So hopefully, look, we didn't have that many DNFs tonight. To be honest, I think there was a fair few retirees on track in pit. So, hopefully the Tier 2 and the Tier 1 drivers can just repeat that tonight, and plenty of classy driving out there with all those nice overtakes, and we can get another few good races out there for Inters Racing League. I think that's it tonight. We're not going to get quickly in here for a chat, so just want to say thanks to everyone who tuned in for the race tonight, and thanks to Battlecat for streaming tonight, and always great to have you in comms, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Broseph. Thanks for joining me. We're back tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Sydney time. Singapore, I think there's going to be a little bit of rain, so that'll spice things up a bit. Have a spicy noodle soup.
Yeah, that's it, mate. We'll add a bit of spice to the noodles for Tier 2 tomorrow night. So we'll see you then tomorrow, 5 p.m. That's Sydney time, Inters Racing League for Tier 2 in Singapore. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye.
Thanks a lot.